It is really creepy out here when you're walking around, because like Dave said, it's like you feel like there's eyes watching you. But yeah, but no one from the street can actually see us because we don't have flashlights on. We're using infrared light for the camera, so the feeling of being watched is not coming from the fence, from outside on the street. It feels like there's something in here.
Watching you.
There you go.
Dude,
that's awesome. Thanks for letting us know that our feeling of being watched was
valid.
Confirmed and valid. That was kind of weird. All right, Dave, so our paranormal quest has brought us to one of the oldest cemeteries in the United States of America.
Yes, it has.
It has graves that date back to 1711, and for those of you overseas, that's not really that old, but here in the United States, that's pretty old. You know, we were not even a nation in 1711. A lot of people that live in Beaufort have reported paranormal activity in this, as they call it, the old burying grounds. Seeing shadow figures, apparitions walking through there, and some people are so superstitious that they believe when you visit the cemetery, you have to leave offerings for the spirits or else they'll follow you home.
Yes.
So we're going to be going in and spend some time investigating this cemetery to try and see if we can communicate with any of the spirits that are left behind in one of the oldest cemeteries in the United States.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Let's see it. Let's go and see what we can get.
Let's go check it out.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. As soon as you walk in through these doors, it's like you're in through these big iron gates. It's like you're stepping back in time. And then you just look around and you see all the crazy old headstones as soon as you walk in. And it's kind of weird because I remember it wasn't that long ago, 7 years ago, that we were walking through these gates for the first time, and we were very enamored by just not only the old gravestones, but the forestry that you can see around us. I mean, the trees that seem to just grow upwards to the sky and branch out in all different ways and directions. Like, this burying ground has been untouched by civilization since it was founded in 1731.
Oh yeah.
And I almost guarantee you these trees, some of them, they're probably as old as this burying ground.
So right in this area over here, it says, "Here lies the remains of the settlers killed during the Tuscarora Indian War, September of 1711.
That's crazy to think about, that this was just an open plot of land, open field pretty much at that time. Maybe even a forest, who knows? But they decided to come here and bury these settlers in 1711, and that started a domino effect that would forever change this plot of land to being a burying ground.
Something about this land, you know, caused them to bring them here. It's just unfortunate that they don't know who's buried there.
Yeah. All these names, all these people that died during that Tuscarora Indian War, all of their names are now lost. And there's just this one sign that sits in between these two trees.
Yeah.
To commemorate them and mark their resting place.
Unfortunately, that's all that's left.
The British naval officer buried standing in salute to His Majesty King George III. That's kind of wild.
That's extraordinary.
Because you think about how deep of a hole they would have had to dig to bury this man, this naval officer, standing up.
Mm-hmm.
Not only standing up, but standing up in full salute. If his bones have not disintegrated, his skeleton is probably still underneath of this marker, standing straight up and down at full salute.
Saluting his king.
Saluting his king.
And despite like all of the weather and stuff, like the hurricanes and tropical depressions and stuff that they have here, a lot of these are still in good shape.
Now there's one right up here ahead of us that actually has a cannon right on top of the...
Oh wow, yeah.
Oh wow. This is what we saw on the sign out front, Captain Otway Burns, from the War of 1812. Actually, from what I understand and from what I've read, Otway Burns is the man that actually founded a town not far from here, just up the road, called Swansboro.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he was actually buried here in this spot.
This is the barrel girl.
This is the young child, the little girl that was actually buried in a rum barrel. She was brought back. She died at some point, apparently on a boat, from what I understand, and that she may have contracted yellow fever on the boat over here and then died. And they stored her body in a rum barrel to preserve it until they got here. Yeah, and she's the one. I mean, if you look at her final resting place here, it's just a wooden, literally just a little wooden grave marker that has almost disintegrated. And you see all the stuff that people have left for her, because she's the one that they believe if you don't leave her an offering, that she will follow you home.
Mm-hmm.
Superstition maybe, but it's kind of interesting. They believe that her spirit is still at such unrest that if you visit her grave and don't leave her a present, that she will follow you home. And look at the remnants of that. All of the presents left for this little girl. They don't have a name. They don't have a year that she died. Her gravestone just says, "Little girl buried." That's it.
That's it.
So the sun is going to be going down here very shortly, and we're hoping to get the opportunity to experience some of the spirits here at the old burying grounds.
Yes, hopefully there are a few people in here that would like to come out and speak with us a little bit later and give us some more proof of an afterlife.
Yeah, and we come here, of course, with the utmost respect. The little girl is here listening to us. We hope that you talk to us here in a little bit. We come here out of respect for you and everyone buried on this sacred land here. And we just want to talk to you and learn your story, so we'll see you here in a little bit. All right, so we are walking along the side here. Brandon is back with us. You remember him from the web? We are going to walk around the front here into the burying grounds. Remember, this is one of the oldest cemeteries in the United States, and it's actually really creepy when it gets dark because of the tree cover. It is a lot darker inside the burying grounds than it is outside here where we are now, so. Switching on night shot.
You want to move over to the mass burial?
Yeah, let's go over and see if there's anybody that'll talk to us from the settlers that were buried over here in 1711.
Okay, so this is from the Tuscarora Indian War.
Yeah.
Early settlement, we're talking about even before times of piracy and stuff like that. So these are very, very old in a mass grave. And another thing is they have people that are, we call them lineage or old school, that are from the church that actually get buried recently to where the old mass grave is there as well. So that might drum up some activity as well, since some of them are recent.
Yeah, it's almost like the old mass burial grave site is being not disturbed, but it's being
crowded.
It's being crowded out by these newer graves that are going in.
I'm sure that doesn't sit well with everybody.
Right.
Also, just that one, certain time frames in the 1800s and 1700s, they would use these, where they would go around it, or they would build it on top. So it looks almost like tops of roofs with brick and stuff like that. I didn't really get a real reason. They said something about keeping them from getting flooded, so I guess it might have been a sea level type situation. But that was like the common thing before they went into, which you'll see ones with just big slabs over the top of them, until just full on burial underneath the ground and stuff. So
wow,
you see multiple centuries of the way that burial was done, which is fantastic too, pretty cool within itself.
There's a couple devices right there in the center between the trees. They light up right now, but if you get closer, they'll light up different colors. And we would love it if you could come talk to us. We come with the utmost respect.
We come in peace. We would love for you to come out and speak with us.
What year is it for you?
There we go, guys.
There's a couple of things right in the trees here. It might look like fire or something to you. Can you go up and touch that?
Can you come up to the campfire for us?
It's not going to hurt you to touch it.
You're doing a really good job with the temperature change. It's like solid now.
Mm-hmm.
Solid temperature change. Great job. That's a great start.
Why?
I know it was at 76 earlier. What's it at now?
Yeah, it was at 75.
It said why.
It said Y.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
75.5.
The reason why is because if you go up to these devices here, it lets us know that you're here. And we can communicate with you. Does that sound all right?
It's okay to make it colder, guys. I know we would appreciate it. It's been a hot day. Is that you?
No, there was something right here behind me. No, it sounded like it was something like a crackling of like a twig or the leaves here.
I know we would appreciate it. It's been a hot day. Is that you?
No, there was something right here behind me.
Is that you?
No, there was something right here behind me. I don't see anything out there. Were you walking on the leaves behind me?
If you're coming closer, you're more than welcome to. You just startled us, but it's okay.
We're here to speak with anybody who...
Sorry.
What are you sorry about?
Sorry that you startled us. It's okay.
That's kind of weird.
Are you all right with us being here and talking to you? What happened to you? Why?
Can you tell us about the war, please?
When Brandon asks, "Can you tell us about the war, please?" our cameras and digital audio recorder both picked up the sound of a man's voice whispering to us. You can tell from our lack of reaction this voice was not audible to our ears. This is what's known as an EVP, or an electronic voice phenomenon. Listening to this voice gives us chills.
Can you tell us about the war, please? Okay, we're gonna go visit some other friends. If you want to keep talking to us, feel free to come walk with us, please. We love the company.
Can you say goodbye?
Or good night, maybe.
Yeah, that went off again.
Is that you telling us goodbye?
Kind of strange, like I'm sensing some energy, but not necessarily from here.
You feeling it here?
I'm not really sure where from, but I'm not feeling anything from here.
Maybe you guys really are at peace. If so, we respect you guys. We thank you.
If we disturbed you, we apologize. You want to go over to the saluting soldier?
Yeah, let's go over to the saluting soldier and see if he's still over there honoring the king, King George III.
The crazy king.
It is really creepy out here
I
when
know.
you're walking around, because like Dave said, it's like you feel like there's eyes watching you, but especially because, I mean, it may not look like it on camera, but we are in darkness right now. You know,
Yeah.
we're using the infrared.
There's only a
Cameras.
few streetlights. Everything else that you see is just trees. So this is nonstop shade.
Yes.
It's ominous, and these trees have been here for a long, long time.
Yeah, but you know, no one from the street can actually see us because
No.
we don't have flashlights on. We're using infrared light for the camera, so you know the feeling of being watched is not coming from the fence,
Mhm.
from outside on the street. It feels like there's something in
Watching
here.
you,
There you go.
Dude.
That's awesome.
son.
What did he say?
Watching you, son.
Oh, or you?
Son.
S-O-N.
S-O-N. Watching you, son. It's
Mhm.
from outside on the street. It feels like there's something in
Watching
here.
you,
There you go.
Dude.
That's awesome.
son.
What did he say?
Watching you, son. Thanks for letting us know that our feeling of being watched was
It's confirmed.
Valid.
confirmed and valid.
Yeah.
That was too weird.
That was very weird.
Great timing, though.
Well, there he is.
Let's give him some things to play with.
I'm just gonna set this right here. You can use it to talk to us, sir.
I'm also going to give you this, so I know that you're here. Good evening, sir. No one really knows your actual name. We just knew that you were buried all the way straight down. You have the deepest grave because you stood all the way up and actually put you in salute when you passed away. So you're very much a loyalist. You wore the red coat with pride. You defended your king the best you could. So could we possibly get a name from you so we know who we're talking to first, please?
Times have changed,
Drastically.
but
Why?
why? It said why.
Why have they changed, Ryan?
I'm not sure if you passed away.
Why?
Did it just say why again? It said why again. It literally just said why twice in a row.
So the Loyalists did lose. You probably heard of General George Washington. He did secure victory for the colonies. We're now known as the United States of America. We are known as a country, and we are apart from those from you from overseas. You'll be happy to hear that we are allies now.
So if you are buried in this area, or if you're walking free, or however it works, nobody really knows. But if you have the
Follow you.
following me, yeah, you can follow us around as long as you stay here in the graveyard. But I was going to tell you, if you want to speak with us, you can use this as well. It lights up just like that. Nice and easy. We'll give you some space here. So, oddly enough, like so far, we've gotten watching you,
It feels like there's something in
Watching
here.
you.
There you go.
following you, or however it works, nobody really knows. But if you have the
Follow you.
following me, weird stuff like that, which I don't think we've ever had that come through there before.
No. No, I've never gotten watching you or follow you come through.
We don't mean any disrespect to you or anybody else who's laid to rest here. But from our understanding, sometimes we don't completely see the end and our spirits are stuck here somehow.
Sir, we're gonna move on and talk to some other friends. Just keep in mind the graveyard's where you have to stay at the end of the night, okay? Can we get a confirmation that's all right?
Well, you want to move down to the little girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Good
start
stuff.
walking up that direction.
All right.
Hi, little one. 3, 2, 1, go on SLS.
Are you here? Ryan brought you a present.
I did. I'm gonna wait to pull it out until I get this set up and going.
Yeah. If you want that present, make those lights go off like you were just doing. That was very strange.
Rolling, this is Beaufort. As we were setting up the cameras to start recording, the REM pod we had just placed on the little girl's grave alarmed briefly, but stopped before any of us could hit record. We're hoping this is a sign of things to come as we attempt to communicate with the little girl that was buried in the rum barrel.
That was strange because that REM pod, it takes a lot for it to go off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, guys, I don't think we
Scanning.
were filming yet, but right as we were getting started,
I thought I just heard a little girl's voice as soon as I started sweeping.
the REM
Little
pod
one, are you
went
here with us?
Hello.
Right as we were getting started,
I thought I just heard a little girl's voice as soon as I started sweeping.
Sweetheart, what's your name? Can you confirm it's Abigail?
we wanted to speak to the person who's buried right here. Under all of this stuff, can you tell us your name? Now look at that. Those are pretty cool, huh?
Do you like all your new presents that you have now? You've collected quite a bit since last time. Do you like your kite?
So many people over the years have tried to figure out your history and your story. Could you help us complete your story? Can you tell us your name? You can talk to us. It's okay. We're not going to hurt you.
Can you come skip around and play with us? Come play with your new toys?
The bright ones won't hurt you. They let us know that you're here.
We brought this present for you. Do you like this bracelet? It's a man that said you like or your life or something like that.
Did you know that you can speak to Ryan there and he'll be able to hear you?
Got some pretty crystals on there. Nice and bright. Different colors on there for you. It'll go good with your kite.
They gave me what?
We gave you a bracelet. Jewelry.
It's pretty.
We really want to talk to you.
Goodbye, maybe.
You don't want to talk?
It's been quite a few years since they've come to see you guys. Would you stay just a little longer and talk to us?
A lot of people come through here and tell stories about you. We just want to know if they're true. Are you buried in a rum casket? A rum barrel? If you are actually buried in a rum barrel, can you touch the red light or talk to Ryan? You're not going to get in trouble if you touch that. It's not a trap or anything. It's there for you. Did you have yellow fever?
Was it smallpox?
I'm not really hearing anything now.
How about
It's
the
weird. It's gone
plague?
through so many sweeps with not a single voice that's come through.
Did you really leave us?
Which is strange because it said goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
We really want to talk to you.
Goodbye, maybe.
Hey, Rye.
Yeah.
Keep rolling that.
Okay.
I just want to try something.
Temperature.
Temp's going.
Let me see that camera real quick. There you go. Alright, we're going to leave our friend Ryan here to speak with you by himself, so there's not so many of us around, not too much energy here for you, or to be too scary, so please come out and talk to Ryan.
Wait a minute. Did you guys smell that?
Somebody walked by vaping.
It was,
Huh?
it was a vape.
Somebody walked by with a vape.
Yeah,
What did it smell like?
Like berry or something.
Berry bubble gum.
Like what?
Berry bubble gum type stuff.
Okay, that might have been it.
Fruity.
Yeah. There was a foot spray. Actually. Never mind. You actually can smell it. You can still smell it over here. So I don't know.
He's still smelling it?
Yeah.
There for a second, but then it was gone.
It's on.
Yeah, I thought I smelled it really strongly there. I don't know what.
Okay. We're gonna take a walk now.
It didn't really smell fruity to me. It smelled like sweet, like perfume.
Flowery? Huh. Alright, we're gonna take a walk.
Okay, they're gonna walk away. Can you tell me your name? Did you like the bracelet that we
Right.
left for you? Did you like that bracelet that we bought or that we brought? Can you stand in front of that camera? Okay. Hold the spirit box out because I was not getting anything through that. I know it's probably weird having a lot of people coming up here trying to talk to you. We're really just trying to. What we're trying to do is gather answers about what happened to you. There's a lot of stories that have come around.
How old are you?
I'm 27. How old are you? People have said you're 11. Is that correct? They don't really know. The only thing this little board here says is that you're a little girl. Since you liked to talk through this and didn't like to talk through this, can you give me some answers through that box that's sitting on your little chest of treasures there? Overall, this Estes method didn't yield any real results. Not many voices came through the spirit box, and those that did were soft and difficult to hear. Because the opposite end of this burying ground seemed to give us so much more paranormal activity earlier on, we want to take the SLS camera and sweep through the graves to see if any unexplained figures show up.
If there's anybody out here with us, can you please make yourself known? Can you show yourself right in that pathway there? We just want to talk with you. We don't mean any harm or anything.
Is it mapping something weird? No. Okay. I thought I heard you say something.
Oh, someone behind you, though.
Really?
Yep. On top of one of the graves behind you. Oh, it's gone.
Was there someone standing behind me?
Everybody's sitting. There's his back. His back. Wow.
Hello?
It's like he's like dancing. Oh wow.
Is he still there?
Yeah.
Which grave is it? This one?
Yeah, he's gone now. Nope.
Right down in front
Behind
of
you. Behind you.
This one?
Yeah. Nope. Next one.
This one?
Yep. That one. Keep going. Oh.
LWM.
Oh, he's back.
Dr. Martin?
Maybe it's mapping the. I don't know. It could be mapping the actual grave.
Yeah, I don't
Just
know.
tell me that's the grave. Or is it literally mapping two people sitting in front of it? It could be the grave, right?
It could be.
Dr. Martin. Is that you?
Because it's mapping both of them and they're both the same shape.
But earlier it wasn't doing one, just one of it. No. No, it's not. Is that a mapping of the grave, you think?
It could go either way. We'll
We'll have to look at it.
Yeah,
but at
we'll
first
have
it was
to-
just one like it is now. Okay, let's
have to
continue.
evaluate it and
We'll go point it at some more graves just to see.
see how it.
I'm sorry, Campbell guy. No disrespect.
At this point, we're unsure if the SLS camera is just getting confused because these two headstones are shaped like a person's head and shoulders, or if there is genuinely an entity or multiple entities sitting in front of the stones. What do you think? Tell us in the comments below.
It's probably showing Dave. Let's look at a couple of graveyards to see if it maps.
Okay. Yeah, gonna try and debunk it. You were looking at them from straight on, so.
Here we did. Okay. So it is showing some. Oh. Let's go back. No, it's gone. I really feel like. No, now it's not mapping at all.
What about this one here? If you turned around.
That one might have been a little weird.
Okay, back off from it for a minute. Let's see. What could it do?
Yeah, it's not mapping.
Let's go do a small one.
Small one.
There's a smaller one
Here we go.
here.
So
And then there's 3 in a row right here. That would be good.
proof, not scanning. Yeah, it can't be debunked. Look, there's another one.
It's mapping that headstone.
Yeah. Okay, so
yeah, it seems like it is mapping some of the headstones. So I think the dancing figure may be debunked. At least it gives us enough cause to question whether or not it is paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
The device tries to search out things that have human shape. So whenever it detects something that has something similar to a human shape, it's going to try and map that. Oops, sorry about that. Oh.
okay.
Tripping over tombstones and then all trying to roll my ankle on branches. Whoa, what was that?
Something metal.
Something metal clanked together. My ankle on branches.
Whoa, what was that?
What was that?
Whoa, what was that?
What was that?
If you're here with us, can you step out and show yourself?
You were talking to us earlier through that box, and now we have a camera. I don't know if they had those in your time. You may not even know the word camera. But what it does is it actually captures a picture of you, an image. And we'll be able to watch it back and we'll be able to see you if you stand right there in front of Brandon. We continue this SLS sweep of the old burying grounds in Beaufort for almost 10 more minutes. But it seems like whatever spirits were reaching out to us earlier have fallen quiet. But we do believe they were speaking to us.
Can you tell us about the war, please?
Yeah, but you know no one from the street can actually see us because we don't have flashlights on, we're using infrared light for the camera, so you know the feeling of being watched is not coming from the fence. It feels like there's something in
Watching
here.
you.
There you go.
Dude.
That's awesome.
Son.
What did he say?
Watching you, son.
Or however it works, nobody really knows. But if you have the
Follow you.
following me,
Ground was broken for the first burial on this sacred land 310 years ago. Since then, it has become the final resting place for so many people. But the question still remains: how many of these souls are truly at rest? All right, so that was an interesting investigation. We got to experience the history of the Beaufort, North Carolina coastal region through the old burying grounds, which is one of the oldest, most historical, and most haunted cemeteries in the United States of America. And it was really fascinating. And more than anything, we wanted to thank Brandon from No Quarter Paranormal for getting us into this location, getting us into the web library, for being a wonderful host and guide for our time here in the coastal North Carolina area. So make sure to go over and check out No Quarter Paranormal social media. The link to all of that is in the description below. And also remember to subscribe to the channel. Remember to like this video. Remember to turn on bell notifications so that you can be alerted every time we upload. And you can come along with us on our adventures as we explore historical and haunted locations in search for proof of life after death. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.
see you next time.
See you next time.